So that's what you use my stroller for.
Is that the first time you're seeing that?
Yes.
That's how
What's going on there, Will?
Hey, giving away behind the scenes secrets
Right.
over here.
What's going on, guys? Welcome to Discount Gaming. I'm Army Business 01.
Okay.
Gary Bash.
Mr. Bruno Dami.
It's been an interesting week. First and foremost, for those of you that pay attention to our channel, we haven't put a whole lot up this week. We did our celebratory stream, Sunday?
Saturday.
Saturday. This past Saturday. And it really fucking kicked our ass.
Yeah, the 11 and a half hours. We would have kept going too
Yeah.
if the game hadn't updated.
Yeah. And then it's just been a crazy week anyways, so...
Two of our co-hosts lost family members this week, so it's just been kind of a crazy ass week.
yeah.
Plus, politics all involved too.
Politics? Sorry, what's going on in politics this week?
There's nothing important.
Oh, well, that's
It's the National Blue versus Red game.
I thought we were all
Nothing is
Americans.
exciting.
Every team tries to pull a Patriot and cheat everything.
Damn Democrats.
They try to cheat everything.
Dim Republicans. But yeah, so it's been a crazy week. Next week, we'll probably get back on track. The streaming, the posting, blah, blah, blah.
If everything goes as planned, we actually might have a new thing starting on Monday. We're using Roll20 for most of it, but we'll try to figure out how to make that work. But
Details to come later.
person that we occasionally co-stream with, the Phoenician or Sausage Streams, wants to do a Warhammer campaign. So, on Mondays.
We'll see how that goes.
Yeah.
Alright. So what else has everybody else been up to?
Just playing
Still
games.
playing the shit out of Bless Unleashed.
See, I was different on that. I got burned out.
Oh, really? That one day? Just,
And I still want to play. It's just every time I sit down, I want to play it, and I'm like, But
Johnny, man, you gotta get on. Get caught up.
yesterday was the first day that I sat there and played Ark just for fun without recording anything. Lots of new surprises coming that way on the upcoming episodes. Keep an eye out. We got a whole new army of creatures from the Halloween event.
Nice.
So that you could only get during the Halloween event. So we went ahead and did it as fast as we could and completed all the Halloween events. But
Nice.
we weren't streaming that or recording that.
And then Blue's gotten back in the game.
well, I mean, I came back into it really. But I started playing Limbo, that was cool. It kept me entertained for a couple days.
Until you beat it.
Yeah, like I was disappointed in the ending. I was like, oh, so that's just over there. Alright.
Yeah. Like I said, we got Hollow Knight, 2 days ago.
Damn.
So that's another platform you can try.
Yeah, I want to try a couple of games over there. I was playing Mortal Kombat right now too, and apparently I'm hella fucking rusty. I was going up the tower, I think I lost on the 4th level. I was like, the hell happened?
Well, since the last time any of us played, they put through updates and patches and balances, so...
I guess, I don't know. I guess I forgot a lot of the moves.
That's why I'm kind of hesitant to get back on it, because it's like, I know I'm gonna fucking suck.
Yeah, well, that's good. We all start at an even pace.
I know this is off topic, but I'm looking at the weather. There's no snow, I promise.
Lots of rain though.
But the way that Hurricane Eta is running, it's zigzagging. So it came from Puerto Rico and it's hitting the end of Mexico. Then it went up and hit Cuba and now it's going back this way to hit the Baton Rouge, Louisiana, but it's going to go straight up by San Antonio and come straight up that way, up I-10 and hit us.
We'll probably get like a day or two of rain, that's about it.
And what, the northern cold front will come in and
We'll get
match
like
with the
30,
hurricane.
45 minutes maybe.
Yeah.
Hey, we can always hope that we get an Ice hurricane.
Well, I don't know.
Shoot ice and snow all over the place.
Nope.
Have you ever lived in El Paso? That doesn't happen here.
Well, you guys said it didn't snow or ice, and it's done that twice since I've lived here now.
The last major, well, that snow was rare though, and that was the first time it had snowed like that whole year when you guys got here. They had gone like the
Coincidence,
whole
a
year.
week later.
And before that, it was like the big freeze. That was it.
Well, no, because what they got here last year.
We came
It
in
was like
January. At the end of January, beginning of February.
Like 2 or 3 years since we got any kind of snow, but it was nothing like last year.
Right.
Or it was like a week straight of just ice and snow.
Yeah, no, because well, like 2 or 3 years prior to that, we got like a day of sleep, maybe,
Yeah.
but it never really stuck to the ground.
And this year we got that one snow like right before Halloween.
Yeah.
And
Which was weird as fuck.
yeah, it was weird, but it was all melted away like mid-afternoon.
Yeah.
But the weather experts are predicting that was just a taste of the winter for the rest of Texas.
Dude, if that was just a taste, dude, fuck that. Fuck all of that.
Yeah.
We walk around all day in like 4 or 5 fucking outfits together.
It's like, yeah. When we
That's how you
saying
gotta do
we
it
wanted
here
to move
too.
here, we're like told it just gets chilly. Not cold, not ice and snow. And then we get here and a week later it's just like all ice and snow.
Nah,
Yeah.
Usually you can wear like a long sleeve shirt all winter.
Usually, yeah. Not last year though.
Nah.
Last year I actually had to break out like my big jacket if I wanted to do anything,
Yeah, I don't even know where my
including
big
walking to
jacket
the next
is.
room.
I know I have one somewhere.
If you wanted to crawl your ass out of bed.
Pretty much. Keep my jacket right there on the side. Fucking.
I'm debating whether you really have to pee or not. Maybe if I just fall back asleep.
Right.
You know what? If I pee right here, I'll be warm for a little while, right?
That's just blaming the baby.
Right. Oh no, his diaper fell off.
Right.
With the amount of urine that kid puts out, you probably believe it.
Dude, one night we just went in the room and he was laying on the bed and we put a clean diaper on him and not even 30 minutes later I pick him up, the bed's wet, his back's wet, the front of his onesie's wet. I look at my bed sheet and that's all wet. There's a big ass puddle and I'm like, how do you go?
Ash is warm and smiling.
Right.
I just didn't want to get out of bed.
Like, oh my goodness.
Well, at least he's honest.
Right.
But no, like with how much he urinates, I'm surprised I have enough diapers. Quite literally.
We're getting down there, though. We have to buy a pack on Friday, that's for sure. I'm finding out pack lasts about a week.
Yeah.
That's about right.
And then a pack will last longer. And then a lot shorter.
Right.
Welcome to the new baby game.
Welcome to discount baby stuff.
Right?
Raise your hand if you're a parent. As everyone at the table better raise their damn hand.
Blue is like I plead the fifth.
No, all 5 of them.
It is live.
No, hit the button that says where it says live. Click it, and it'll kick it up to the live.
I've never known that.
There it goes. Yeah.
I was about to say, I think
It also doesn't count as you viewing the show, well, unless you're on the live part.
Huh.
So if you start like 2 minutes after the show starts and start it from the beginning, it won't count it as a live view. It'll count it as a watching the rerun.
Well,
Make
that's
sure you're hitting that like button, guys.
And like,
And subscribe.
Because if you're commenting on something from 30 minutes ago, chances are we're not gonna remember it.
For sure.
yeah,
For sure.
oddly enough.
So yeah, we didn't put D&D up this week. Ark went up as normal today.
Vampire.
Put Vampire up as normal today. We didn't do the stream on
I
Tuesday.
edit so much out of that video.
Why?
Because, okay, so normally my recordings are like an hour to an hour and a half. You know, that way, full length, I've got some stuff to cut out if I need to. This one I had to record for almost 3 hours. Because you get a letter from one of the characters, you have to go to her house, get the next part, and then you have to, like, go to the next waypoint or whatever. it took me like an hour 10, hour 15 just to get to the next waypoint. Because like there's like some little back road you have to find and all that shit. Nope, I went to every possible route you could take and they were all blocked off. So finally I had to look it up online and it was like, yeah, you're supposed to go this way and turn here and then go here and turn there.
And you just walked by it, or what?
No, like, when I found it, I was like, dude, there's no fucking way. There's no way, because it's like you're supposed to come out of her house, turn left, walk down to the red car, and then turn left there, but the road turns left. Well, you're supposed to stop and like turn like really hard left. And there's a little tiny alleyway that I never even knew existed because it's not on the map. You take that, and then you have to go through and make a couple of turns, and then that leads you past the barricades. And I was like, fuck these guys, man.
I think that's always fun though. When you're like, all right, guys, stepping your game up, fine. Watch out for random alleys, apparently.
Yeah. But it's been a pretty cool game. I've been pretty happy with it. You know,
Yeah.
How far along are you? Do you know?
I have no idea.
I've been watching most of them, your playthroughs. So I'll usually put him on like at 4 or 5 in the morning whenever he's awake.
Nice.
Because she gets mad when I start watching a TV show without her. So I started Buffy, and now she doesn't let me watch it without her being.
Which one? The new one? Or...
The Vampire Slayer with Sarah Michelle Gellar.
Oh, okay. The classic.
The old one, the 1990s.
Well, it's not the classic.
There's a new one?
Yeah.
Yeah, there's
Yeah.
a new one.
But
But
Is that like a CW
not
joint,
Buffy.
or-
The one I'm thinking of is Sabrina.
Sabrina, yeah, no,
Oh,
Buffy the Vampire Slayer.
the new one, it's good.
And I'll be dead honest,
It's really good.
as much as I like Buffy, Angel is way better
Yeah.
in every aspect.
Yeah.
And the only reason I'm watching Buffy is to get to the point where Angel leaves the show, and then I'm gonna start Angel from there.
The best Buffy that they ever made was the original movie.
What, the 1985?
Yeah, with Pee Wee Herman.
Yeah.
Yeah, that one was great.
Pee-wee. You forget about how many actual movies that guy's in.
Yeah, no shit. Like in
In Blow. When you see him in Blow, you're like, what
Yeah.
the hell?
he was also in Mystery Men as the Spleen.
The Spleen?
Yeah. And then he was
That's
in
right, he was, wasn't
Yeah.
he? Yeah.
And then he was in a show that I watched. Fucking What We Do in the Shadows.
Oh.
Like they're always poking fun at like different vampire shows and movies and stuff like
Yeah.
that. But there's one part where the main characters have to go in front of the vampire council, and it's everybody that's ever been like a main character in a vampire movie. So like Pee Wee Herman was there as his character from Buffy. Fucking Wesley Snipes was there as Blade.
What?
Dude, like, oh, it was so great. It was so great to see.
I start watching that.
It's funny. It like at first I was like, okay, it's kind of got like that Office humor, which I never really cared
I
for.
like The Office.
But the more you watch it, the funnier it gets.
See, I never liked The Office.
Me neither.
Is
I
it like
never
Brooklyn
cared for it.
Nine-Nine?
Oh, I
Yes.
fucking loved that.
I
shit.
loved it till about season 6. Then after that, it just went.
Yeah, I'd have to say.
What happened to that shit? Like, how did it end? Did it just
Well-
like,
I
it
have
just...
no idea.
No.
Up till
Or-
about season 6, they, you know how they would, regularly go do cases and shit.
Yeah.
After season 6, what's his name and what's her name? They get
That's when they got married.
they
isn't
get
it?
married, and then that's when they both become insiders. They don't go out and do anything anymore.
They
See,
say
who gets married?
Peralta
Peralta and...
Yeah,
and,
Peralta and the
The
Amy?
brunette.
one that's always trying to suck up to the boss.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, that's
her.
cool.
Yeah,
But
they,
like,
I'm glad those two kids made it.
you're right.
they end up getting married, and then after that, they just kind of stay at the desk all the time.
See, I haven't
Yeah.
seen past that because
and it just becomes office humor instead
That's
of.
all it is.
And
Yeah,
then it
because
becomes the
whenever-
office
when I
instead of
watched
police
it-
station.
the only parts that were out was up to the wedding, like that episode, and then there wasn't anything past that yet.
Yeah.
So I really want to get back into
They
it.
have-
I think I watched through season 7 because I think season 7 is when what's his name, the Sarge gets replaced. Not
Really?
not Teddy Cruz. The captain.
Oh.
He gets
Yeah.
replaced
Dude,
by
he's so
Yeah,
fucking
Holt
great
is
in that show.
awesome.
Holt,
Like
there you
just total straight face the
Hey,
whole
you can't
time.
read that guy. Thank
Yeah.
you very much.
I
That was the best
love
time of my
it.
life.
I love it.
But yeah, Captain Holt gets moved up to district attorney, and
Really?
gets replaced by some fat white dude.
Yeah.
and he's just not funny whatsoever. He tries to get in on everybody's jokes, and he kept killing the show.
He's the wannabe.
And you don't see Captain
See,
Holt.
I remember a season where Hulk wasn't there, but I think he was just injured, and they had like a few different captains during that time.
Yeah, no, he was suspended.
Or something.
That's
Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He got
Yeah.
suspended because they found out he was gay.
That's right.
Yeah,
That's right.
and they
And
did a
so
whole
they
bit on
they
that.
alternated.
Captains,
captains.
and Peralta and what's her name kept scaring them off.
I remember what's his name was one of them. God, what is his name? I know he has that one show on HBO. It's called Barry.
You talking about the Allstate guy, the accident guy?
No.
Because he was on that show too. The danger or the
Look up just Barry.
The deep voice dude.
no, the one who goes. I'm the kid distracting you while driving and throws the rattle at the back of the
Oh,
dude's
yeah,
head.
that guy.
He was one of the.
Wasn't he the Vulture?
Yeah,
Yeah.
he was the vulture, and then he became the captain for a little while too.
The vulture.
Yeah, he would
Yeah.
always like right as the case was about to be wrapped
Oh,
up, he
that's
would go
right.
and take over.
That's right.
I'm your 2-year-old in the back seat with a rattle. I'm gonna throw it at your head because I'm having a bad day and I just shit myself.
That's right. That's right.
Yeah.
I love his commercials though.
I love it when he makes the Allstate commercial.
Bill
or-
Hader, that's his name.
Mhm.
Bill Hader.
with Tina Fey. Oh, them two.
Bill Hader.
Yeah, Bill Hader.
On here it has him as Dean Winters.
What are you looking up?
IMDb.
Did you look up Barry?
Well, it's got him under the vulture.
No,
No,
there's another
there's
guy.
those two different characters. I
Yeah.
was wrong. I thought he was
The
talking
Vulture
about
was,
the
yeah,
Vulture.
he's right about that one. But Barry was one of them too. I think he's the one that he has a heart attack like 2 minutes into
Oh,
it. He
yeah.
ends up dying
Yeah.
right away or something.
Yeah. Nah, Brooklyn Nine-Nine it's a good show up until I said season 6. I gave it a try after they got married and did the whole office style inside the.
Did they have like
station.
a final episode or they just cast
I
it?
never finished it past that. So
Like after season, halfway through season 6, going into season 7, it started getting less funnier and more
Really?
of the face up in the camera, talking office style. Like I like The Office. I don't know.
Well, there's only 7 seasons.
honestly, I never did.
I like
season eight.
Scrubs.
Scrubs is okay.
I fucking love that show.
I hate when it started going down. It sucked. When ABC picked it up, it sucked.
Yeah, like they watered it down.
When what's her name?
really bad.
Courtney Cox was in it at some point, right? That was that season.
Yeah, she was like the director or something. Like
Yeah, I
that.
think they were like at a teaching hospital.
It was like
Something like
that was
that.
that show
James
with Tim
Franklin's brother
Allen,
was in it?
was
Home
it
Improvement?
Last Man Standing? Is that what it's called?
Mhm.
With Tim Allen, it was on ABC. It was
Yeah.
a huge hit show.
I never watched it, but yeah, it was
It was so
supposed to be
good,
massive.
and it had a huge following going. And then ABC found out that Tim Allen is a huge Republican and conservative,
That's
and
right. They
canned him.
canceled him.
Yeah, and so Fox bought the contract, and now Fox has one of the highest rated comedy shows on network TV now.
Another
course,
one I
Fox would
really
pick 'em up.
enjoyed was
Disney.
Weed. Weed was a good TV show.
Which
Weeds.
one?
Weeds.
Oh yeah, I love Weeds. That show ended well too.
Yeah.
Never watched it.
It was good.
It's the one where she's a drug dealer, right? Or
Yeah.
she
Yeah.
becomes a drug
The
dealer.
soccer
Yeah,
mom?
I
Yeah.
saw that.
The soccer one.
It was a good series.
She's hot too.
You know they're supposed to be making a TV series with Seth Rogen and Katherine Heigl about Knocked Up, about them
I
raising.
thought nobody liked
kids.
working with Katherine Heigl.
I saw
I
that.
think Seth
I'm,
Rogen likes Katherine Heigl,
I am not excited about
but
that.
not a lot of people like her. I didn't
I
like
heard he
her.
had even complained about her.
Huh?
I thought he had even complained about her.
He said she was a pain to work with because everything had to be her way, but it's Seth
that would
Rogen.
make me not want to work with somebody.
But that's why she got fired on Grey's Anatomy, is because she wouldn't work with anybody.
Who did she play in Grey's again?
Katherine Heigl, she was Izzy.
Oh yeah.
That's why they got rid of her, because she wouldn't work with anybody except for Patrick Dempsey. And them two were too toxic to work together, because Patrick Dempsey had a lot of complaints about being a toxic person on set.
I don't know the characters by their real name. I just know
Derek.
them by
Derek is
their
Patrick Dempsey.
freaking TV show
Right?
name.
Yeah.
And that's when the creator, what's it, Sandra Rhimes, is that her name?
Sandra. Yeah.
And she was like, I should have kept Little Gray and Sloan alive and killed off Izzy and Derek in the plane crash instead.
Well,
Well, go ahead.
oh, I was gonna say the new, like the season finale for season, is it 18, I believe?
Damn, they got
That's the
updated
last
seasons.
season. I think it's gonna be the last season. Because it's the last season that they're gonna make because it's going over the COVID outbreak. But if you look at Meredith's Grey, like the cover for the new season for Grey's Anatomy, she either they made her like her facial features look like she's sick or she has like a zombie look, but it is like she looks so sick, or it's gonna twist and turn that she has Alzheimer's.
Well, I mean, she's been doing that show fucking forever.
Well, I
it's
know,
18
but
seasons.
Yeah,
okay.
this is the new season is gonna be the 18th season. I mean, in season 17, a lot of people said they weren't gonna watch season 18 because they got rid of one of the only fan favorite characters left, which was Alex Karev.
Yep.
The absolute meathead douchebag from the first 2 seasons became an actual outstanding doctor in the show, and he has one of the best characters in the show. But he
Really?
just packed up and left to go live with Izzy.
I don't think I paid attention that much in the first couple of
Well,
seasons.
Alex, you know how he was an asshole in the first couple of seasons?
I don't know if I remember him.
He was the one who slept. He was the first one who really slept with all the interns and all of the doctors, pretty much. But he went from being the asshole to going into starting to
Okay.
be the.
No, I don't remember him at all.
Yeah, he
Yeah.
was when he was first started on Grey's. He was just a total douchebag.
And he went to going slowly into peds.
Peds. He
And
became
then-
a pediatric surgeon.
Is that the one that had the 2 moms?
No,
No.
he's the one whose mom was a schizophrenic psychopath and his dad was a meth head
Yeah,
who left
That's
his
a hell of-
family.
That's a hell of a combination.
yeah. But he went from that to peds to then becoming
Chief of surgery.
chief of surgery. Like his whole character went from down in the gutter all the way up to
Tip top.
yeah,
He became
Yeah.
more popular than Ellen Pompeo, which was Grey,
yeah.
and he became the fan favorite of the series. And then they just at the end of this last season, they just bye.
Yeah.
He was engaged,
And
or no, he got
he
married.
got married.
And was ready to have a kid with this girl, an intern, and then out of nowhere, like an episode later after they got married and she got pregnant, he just packed up and left. And then gave us no explanation. He just
fuck?
left and went back to his ex.
The reason why he left is because he found his old divorce papers from Izzy that he never signed and sent in. And Izzy sent him a letter and then basically telling him that she got pregnant right before she left by him, and she had 3 kids, and that after that, that's when he just up and left and wrote everybody, Gray, Bailey, Weber, everybody a letter saying how sorry he was that he just up and left. He didn't even put in a resignation or anything.
I wonder what happened there. Like, there had to be
Yeah.
like a contract dispute or
Yeah,
something.
something
Right?
like
Did
that.
somebody write him out?
In his real life, he wanted to take a step back because he was having a lot of family issues with the COVID-19 issue.
So this is just recently?
Yeah, it was right at the end of season 17. Like, it was just stupid sudden.
Well, at
She
the end
had to
of-
rewrite the whole last 2 episodes.
Well, at the
man.
end of season 17, that's when COVID started.
Oh.
It was in the end of February, beginning of March. And that's when she did the season finale for Grace for season 17. And then the big outbreak happened.
Yeah.
I've been noticing that a lot lately because I've been watching like different videos on YouTube, like compilations, like worst sports plays and this and that. And then I'm looking, I'm like, that dude's wearing a mask. Oh, that was this year, huh? Like every time I see like clips like that, I expect them to be from like years ago, you know. But I was like, that just recently happened because everybody's wearing a mask and there's no fans in the fucking stadium. It's crazy.
But if you look at the cast listing for the last 2 episodes of season 18, it's got every cast member from Grey's Anatomy but Katherine Heigl on it.
Damn.
She's the only one they didn't invite back to the series for the season finales, or the series
That's
finale.
crazy.
They invited George O'Malley's character back, his actor back, which they fired him in season 4 because they found out he was gay. and the network fired him. That was before it became accepted.
What? Yeah.
But during that time, right after that, firing him, they made his ex-wife in the series a lesbian.
Throughout the rest of the story.
Like, they're good for TVs, we just don't want them as actors.
Right? Well, it's like, what? Well, no, because earlier, somebody said something about Seth Rogen, so I was like, oh yeah, because I've been watching that show Preacher.
Yeah.
Seth Rogen's one of the directors on it. And then that led me to iZombie, which I need to catch up on. And
iZombie's fantastic.
Fucking love
Oh,
that show.
really? I've seen
Dude,
like
I
I feel like
fucking love that show so
I
much.
saw all the way up to season 5? 4? 4.
Yeah,
I think season 4.
I
Yeah, the
still want
last
to do
one I
that
saw.
Santa Clarita Diet. See?
That one's supposed
That's
to
the
be
other one that I need
hilarious.
to catch up on.
My grandfather watched that.
They've got
whole-
8 seasons now.
Yeah, my grandfather
I
keeps watching.
fucking love that show, dude. It's so great.
But they were. What else? She got to see Seth Green in Buffy. A lot of people forget he's in Buffy the Vampire Slayer as Oz. That was his first TV role.
Like when I
Oh,
seen
yeah.
him in.
He plays Oz, the werewolf.
Yeah, I seen
I
him.
forgot about that.
I seen him a couple of episodes ago because I didn't notice him because when they first, when he first appeared, he's in the band.
Mm-hmm.
And I didn't notice him because, you know, in the Bronze, it's really dark and they only have the lights in there for you to dance and everything.
Yeah.
And I didn't really recognize him until I realized he was a senior in Sunnydale High School. And then last night we were watching an episode and I was like,
Yep.
that's
Chris Griffin?
Yeah.
like,
A lot of people forget that that's the first real TV show he actually appeared in that was stupid popular, and he played Oz the werewolf.
Well, I can't think of a lot of stuff that he actually did as like, because I know he was on like that 70s show a couple episodes.
Yeah.
he did Scooby Doo,
Buffy.
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Scooby Doo?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Mhm.
but okay,
Who was he in Scooby Doo?
in
In what?
Scooby Doo 2, right? The live action
I think
movie?
so.
It was
But that
2
was
or
after
3.
Buffy.
Yeah. I think it was Monsters Unleashed. He was part of I can't think of his name. Yeah, that
I know, what
glitched.
was that?
That camera just glitched out
Yeah.
real quick.
I can't
Is that our... That's that camera, isn't it?
Yeah, it's the one with
This one.
The one on the stand, right?
Mhm.
I
But
thought it was the
it's-
one with the tripod
I know,
up
we're
here.
talking to
because
this
that
one over here.
Yeah,
No,
this one's got
no,
the
it's
red
the-
light.
tripod
We never
one.
use the one with red light until we do D&D.
Yeah.
That's our D&D one. So it can have a better look at the map.
Oh, we probably totally bring this camera closer then.
No.
I thought that's why we were so far away, because we were attached to his desk.
Well, even still, I can adjust that one. Let's see.
I heard something that was pretty true the other day. It was saying that the rewatchability of any show is based on the series finale.
See, I don't think so.
See, I think so, because I like Dexter, but I won't watch that shit all over again now, like knowing how it ends.
Except there
Same
would be a
thing
whole
with
new
Game of
season.
Thrones. Like, I'd watch it with somebody that hasn't watched it before. But as far as myself, I don't think I'd want to go through the whole thing again to see it end
Well,
the way
I
it
mean,
ended.
there's just in my opinion, there's just some shows that don't have rewatchability because it's like it tells a very specific story. So once you watch it, that's it. You know the story.
Yeah.
But
But
they,
other ones, when there's like a whole lot of stuff, like Game of Thrones, it tells a story all the way through it. So when you finish it, you know what that story is.
see, but that's I guess that's what fucked up with Game of Thrones, is because it didn't really answer a lot of the questions.
well,
at
no,
the
I'm
end.
just using it as an
But
example.
yeah, but with other shows, yeah. I could,
So you have that one, but then you have something like Scrubs, where the whole thing is just little jokes here and there and little
Yeah.
moments and stuff like that.
Yeah,
So those have more rewatchability than like Game of Thrones.
that's true.
Yeah.
That's like Grey's Anatomy. They don't have a story line
Yeah.
through it.
It's
They
just
have
a bunch of different events.
They have a small, like
Like
thin
the only
storyline that goes through
Yeah.
the
the
whole thing.
only
That's it.
storylines that happen through it is like all the main characters.
Like their
like-
love life.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's
like
really-
Meredith, Bailey, Weber, Jackson, his mom, and like
Dude, the actor that plays
I
Jackson.
don't know. We
though-
need to do a tournament on that and hit TV shows.
Yeah. The actor that plays Jackson, though, his
Like something
acting
like
in
more than
Detroit
10
Become
seasons?
Human,
Mm-hmm.
it was fantastic. He actually did the voice acting, and they took his actual facial features for Detroit Become Human.
Which one?
The cover art. The black dude with the blue eyes. That's Jackson in
Yeah.
Grey's Anatomy.
Really?
Yeah, that's Jackson Avery.
No, I need to look this up.
I don't
when I saw the cover of Detroit, I was like, oh, that's Jackson.
Cause that's like one of my all-time favorite games.
Uh-oh. Oops.
Okay.
Did you read that message? Was it a clean diaper, I'm hoping? Because if we left a dirty diaper in our clothes, in his clothes, we're in trouble.
So which one were you talking about? Jesse Williams?
Yeah, Jesse Williams.
Yeah, he plays Marcus. Holy shit.
And he is
And that's his voice.
Jackson Avery. And his look, he looks identical. Like, they took his actual facial features and everything to it.
Wow, yeah, they did. Holy shit.
Yeah, he plays Jackson Avery, the kid with a chip on his shoulder, because his mama is the owner of the Harper Avery Award, the Harper Avery organization.
I think he's in line this year for being nominated as one of the world's most sexiest men.
Yeah.
And I think it's only because of his eyes. And I'm like, mm-mm.
So that led me to this. 33 actors who appear in video games.
Oh, there's a bunch.
Kit Harington in Call of Duty Infinite Warfare. Kevin Spacey in Advanced Warfare, I knew that one.
Everyone knew that one.
Yeah,
He was
Keanu
the bad
Reeves
guy.
and
So yeah,
Cyberpunk.
Ice Cube's in one too. Ice Cube's in a Call of Duty.
Yeah, he does
I
the
think so,
voice
yeah.
for
Yeah.
Kill Street.
Well, no, these are ones where like,
this
they're
was,
actual likeness.
Yeah, in the story. Yeah, and it was his likeness too.
I was gonna say, because Kevin Spacey plays the bad guy
The director.
in Advanced Warfare. Yeah.
Norman Reedus in Death Stranding. Yeah, Death Stranding.
Stranding.
Originally, he was in Silent Hill, but
Nobody wants to talk about that because they never did it.
Conan O'Brien in Death Stranding.
Conan O'Brien.
Yeah. Rami Malek in Until Dawn. Burt Reynolds in St. Rose the Third. Yeah.
Oh,
Terry Crews in Crackdown 3. Yeah. Ozzy Osbourne in Brutal Legend.
I don't know what that was.
That's the one where Jack Black was the main character. Phil Collins in Grand Theft Auto Vice City Stories. Gary Coleman in Postal 2. Jesus. Martin Sheen in Mass Effect Trilogy. Shaquille O'Neal and Shaq Fu.
And Shaq.
Of course.
The way you read it though.
Yeah. Okay, because the original for the Super Nintendo was fucking garbage. Like, yikes. I hope everybody got fired. And then a couple years ago, they made a new one, which Shaq paid for, start to finish. All the audio tracks, all the music was done here in El Paso. Because whenever I worked at Rubik's, one of my regulars, it was her and like 3 other friends. But the guy that came with him was the audio engineer that did all the mixing for it and everything like that. Matthew Perry in Fallout New Vegas. Kristen Bell in Assassin's Creed.
Yep.
Yeah.
It leaked that gel everywhere. Poor Rudy, I'm so sorry.
Sean Bean in The Elder Scrolls 4 Oblivion.
Yeah.
Billy Bob Thornton in Deadly Creatures. William Dafoe in Beyond Two Souls. Yeah.
William
Elijah Wood in The Legend of Spyro.
Didn't he play Spyro?
Yeah,
Yeah.
That makes sense for
kind
him.
of looks like him.
I know. I'm all like, I can totally picture that.
Ellen Page in Beyond Two Souls.
I like it.
I knew that one.
John Goodman in Rage. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mark Hamill in Batman Arkham Asylum.
Yes, obviously.
Duh.
Ice Cube in Call of Duty Black Ops.
Yeah, it's Black
That's
Ops.
what it was. Yeah.
But I swear he was just the voice for he was the tech voice.
Mhm.
No, well, yeah, he is, but when you play through the story, he's one of those.
Yeah, he's actually one of the characters too. Kiefer Sutherland in Metal Gear Solid 5.
See, Kiefer does a lot of that stuff, though. Kiefer
I
does a lot of
fucking
voiceover.
hate Kiefer Sutherland.
Why, you didn't
Why?
like 24?
I know, I'm all like, what's wrong with
No,
Kiefer?
I think he's a fucking garbage actor.
I like it.
Not as bad as fucking Van Damme, but I still think he's fucking garbage. He's like 2 points under him. Ray Liotta in Grand Theft Auto Vice City.
Yeah.
Liam Neeson in Fallout 3. Yeah. Gary Oldman in Call of Duty Black Ops.
Yeah.
Sam Jackson in Grand Theft Auto San Andreas.
Freaking useless parent. We left a diaper, I guess, attached to a blanket or something when we threw it in the dirty clothes. Or actually, no. I think what happened was I was changing him and I had a clean diaper and I threw it to the side and it went in the basket. So he put it in his washer and dryer. So when it got done in the dryer, he has the gel from inside the diaper all over the dryer right now.
That's fucking goddamn.
Hey, it'll help keep the clothes dry.
Seth Green in Mass Effect.
Yup.
Snoop Dogg in True Crime Streets of LA.
Snoop Dogg is on he was in
He
he
was
was
also
in a fighting game too.
Dead or
Def
Alive.
Jam.
And Def Jam.
He was in Def Jam.
But he was in Dead or Alive 4 or 5 because he had his own stage. Like, he had everything.
Yeah, where he's like up in the background, like
Yeah.
on a chair, right?
Yeah.
Is that Dead or Alive? That's not Dead
Yeah,
or Alive.
yes it is.
Yeah.
It's Dead or Alive because I got it because you freaked out because it's him on this giant golden
Okay,
fucking
so yeah,
big chair
I
and then
just
there's cars
I've
hopping
been
in
wanting
the
to play
background.
that game.
Yeah.
And then he's also in Def Jam as one of the trainers that
Yep.
runs the Def Jam series.
Yep.
50 Cent.
Yeah. Patrick Stewart in Castlevania. Yep. And he's
Oh, I never
fucking
forgot.
perfect for it.
Pack Stooge is perfect.
George Takei in Command and Conquer Red Alert 3.
That's not
What?
surprising.
Hello.
Christopher Walken in Ripper.
What's the opposite of Christopher Walken? Christopher Reeves. That's in poor
Terrible
taste.
Let's see. 24 celebrities who secretly voiced popular video game characters. Let's see, we already know that Mark Hamill's gonna be on here. Neil Patrick Harris.
Oh, what game did he do?
Saints Row.
Yeah. I was like, I remember hearing his voice, and it was
Oh,
in like a Grand Theft Auto style game.
And Spider-Man, Shattered Dimensions.
I haven't played that one.
I like NPH.
Did you see that movie poster I sent you, where I said it's no longer a rumor that they're
Yes.
recasting?
Yep, and I'm so fucking glad they did.
Which one?
Oh, what's her name?
Spider-Gwen.
Emma Stone. Yeah, she's
Yeah.
gonna be Gwen Stacy as Spider-Gwen.
Emma Stone?
Yeah,
She is
she's-
gonna be, or they
Yeah,
changed
she
it?
is.
Oh,
She's officially got her movie
well, that
poster.
makes sense.
Yeah. Chloe Grace Moritz?
Works.
Let's see. Dishonored. Let's see what else. Kristen Bell.
Christian Bale?
Yeah. In Assassin's Creed.
Who is he in Assassin's Creed? And which one? The first one?
Yeah, I guess the first one. She played Lucy. I guess that's the daughter that's running the project.
No, you said Kristen Bell. I thought you said Christian Bale.
Okay, yeah, Kristen Bell
Whatever.
plays the daughter that's running the project. Yeah, she runs the Ammonus machine.
Whatever. Gary Oldman. Let's see.
I've been wanting to watch The
Duty
Fifth
Black
Element.
Ops. What's up?
The Fifth Element. I've been wanting to watch that.
Yeah.
We had that talk the other day. That was like the only good movie that Mila Jovovich was in.
I'm not stretching it.
No, because The Fifth Element was a good movie, but
But it would not do to her though.
like
No.
she did have
That was all Chris Rock and fucking
Yeah.
Not-
Not
nope,
Chris Rock,
nope.
Chris
not
Tucker,
Chris
Chris
Tucker.
Tucker,
and
plus Bruce Willis.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Gary Oldman.
Gary Oldman. Like she had like her fair share
Oh,
of
she said was Lilu.
and multipass.
Multipass? That's true. That's true.
So she was just the pretty face that you kept shut up.
Which they should do in most movies. Where
Maybe Nergigante or Diablos will tear her tongue out. We don't know.
Yeah.
We'll see.
Let's see.
I still
Michael
liked her as
Clark
Resident
Duncan.
Evil. I thought she did alright.
No.
The whole if they had named that any
Okay.
other movie but
Hold
Resident
on.
Evil,
There's an interesting point to bring up. Because I was thinking about this the other day after you and I ranted about it again.
like always, because if if it wasn't titled Resident Evil, it probably would have been an okay series.
Okay, but therein lies my question. Do you think that the movie sucked due to the cast or because of the writing?
I think it was because of the writing more than the cast.
And at which point did the writing start to suck?
The writing started sucking the second they started the movie.
So
The first one was not great. The second one was fucking horrible.
So
They kind of brought it back with the third, I
like
thought.
you know how like you start with the movie and you see like all the production credits roll from right there.
So you didn't like any of them?
The only one that I liked was I think it was Apocalypse,
Which one's that one?
the one where they're in Vegas.
Yeah, that one. That's what I'm talking about.
That
That's when
one
I
I
thought they
liked.
brought it back.
That one but that was so late in the series.
And then the one after that, like when they're in the prison or whatever, that one was okay. And then after that, all the other ones like
No, like
those two were good out of the
So,
7 that they made. I thought.
maybe if they had made it and not called it Resident Evil, it might have been an enjoyable series.
Well, here's my thing, because I was thinking about this as well. Mila Jovovich, we give her a lot of shit on our channel. We really do.
We really do.
But if you think about it, in all the movies that she's in, it has really shitty writing.
It has really
Really
writing.
shitty writing.
But it doesn't help that it also has. Well, I guess that's
But
still
see,
part of
that
the writing.
might
'Cause the
also say-
action scenes are shitty too.
But that might also say something for her, like the fact that they can't approach other actresses, better actresses, or they did, and these actresses were like, "Yeah, no, I'm not going to do that crappy movie."
True,
So
but
To
at the
be
same
fair, in
time,
the first Resident Evil, they got Michelle Rodriguez in it, and she's a hell of an
she was in there
actress.
through a couple of them.
But Michelle Rodriguez was still new then too. Resident Evil came out when? The first one? That was still before Fast and Furious or around Fast and Furious?
No,
I think it was after Fast and the Furious.
uh,
So I think
Because
first
then,
Fast
and
and
none
Furious
of them
came
were
out
in the
like
second
2000.
one.
Oh, yeah,
the
Mila,
first one
And
came
then
out in
none of them
2002.
were in the third one.
The first one came out in 02.
Which
the
one?
first what?
Resident Evil.
Yeah, Fast and Furious came out like 2001.
Let me see. The first one. Nope, the first one came out in 2009. There's no way that's right.
No, I was
Well,
like, that
that's
can't be
not
right
right.
at
Hold
all.
on,
You're
hold on.
you're looking up the Fast and the Furious.
It's just called Fast and Furious.
Let's see.
The original Fast and Furious.
Yeah,
I'm
Fast
like,
and
no way,
Furious.
2009. That was like Tokyo Drift time frame.
No, that's well after Tokyo Drift because that's the fourth one.
So Tokyo Drift came out in 06.
Yeah, see.
The Fast and the Furious came out in 01.
So same time.
Oh,
as
so it's
Resident
Fast
Evil.
and Furious is the fourth one?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the Fast and
The
Furious
Fast
2001,
and
yeah,
Furious.
see. So 2001 and 2002 for Resident Evil?
Yeah.
So see, she was barely even gaining popularity then.
Well, no, because she had already been in a lot of movies.
What else?
Let's see.
Because I can't think of anything Michelle Rodriguez is in.
I've always just known her from Fast and the Furious.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
And then the horrid tragedy
God,
of
she is so great.
that,
Yeah, she really is, though.
that zombie movie that no one talks about.
Let's see. So, God damn, she's done a lot of stuff. So let's start at Fast and the Furious. 01.
But what was before that, though?
Yeah, because they're trying to prove if she was popular before that.
Yeah, not a lot.
So she took.
3 a.m. and then Girl Fight.
So she took
Oh, yeah, I
Resident
remember
Evil to
Girl Fight.
gain popularity.
Yeah, so that one really propelled
And
her.
then even then, she didn't do
because she
or
did
Fast and Furious until
Yeah,
2009.
Yeah, because she did the Fast and the Furious in 01, Resident Evil in 02. What up, Odie? Thanks for joining us,
What up,
buddy.
Loads?
She did Blue Crush in 02.
Oh, Blue Crush was good. Well,
She did.
I don't know. I don't even remember what the movie was about, but she looked
You
good
just
in that
remember
bikini.
seeing her in a
Yeah.
bikini.
Lenny Kravitz, If I Could Fall in Love, the music video, that was in 02. She was in SWAT. I forgot about
Oh
that.
yeah, but that's a forgettable movie.
Yeah. Like,
But Hawkeye's
it's
great in that.
it's a
and you
great
look at all
movie.
the actors in it. It should have been a better
Yeah,
movie.
it's a great movie, but it's
Crappy, right?
so
Samuel
forgettable.
Jackson,
No,
Colin
not-
Farrell,
No,
fucking
not
Hawkeye.
even, not even crappy writing. It was just one of those, like, when you watch it, it's great. And then past that, that's about it.
It's not one of those that left you haven't leaving the theater. Go, I'll go see that again.
Yeah.
Yeah. It
There's
was
a-
like, well, we saw that.
Okay, so she did True Crime Streets of LA, the video game. She was in Driver, the video game. She was in Halo
Driver was a good
2.
game.
She did a movie called Control. She was in she was in Blood Rain. I'm talking about a shitty video game movie. Holy
Blood Rain
fuck
was
balls and wieners.
such a disappointment.
Both of them
Yeah.
were terrible.
The video games were amazing, but that fucking movie.
Yeah, and then in 2009 she did Fast and Furious.
That's pretty much when she took off.
You want to know how
Yeah.
forgettable Blood Rain the movie was? We didn't add it to our list of video game movies. We forgot it.
No. I know. Like, it was on the master list, but we never rolled any of them.
Ah.
Because there were 2 of them. I don't know how they got funding for a second one, but there were 2 of them. Completely different cast in both of them.
Well, that's the same way I don't understand how you got a funding for the second Resident Evil, because when the entire the entire fan base for the video game was like, boo, you ruined this. You would think, alright, let's stop. Let's pause and let's figure out where we went wrong.
Yeah, and then they
You know that
really
moment
fucked it
where
up
you
with the
start the
second
movie
one.
and the production right there.
Because then you turn around and you look at like the Resident Evil animated series.
Oh, the CG ones?
Yeah.
God, those were so fucking good.
Yeah, they were fantastic. And they came out like right after each Resident Evil movie.
Speaking of those, man, Advent Children.
Fuck yes.
Well, those CGI ones.
And we're not talking about Spirits Within.
Okay, I liked The Spirit Within, but for what it is. Not as a Final Fantasy movie.
Well, yeah. But see, I can't even like the Resident Evil movies just as a zombie movie.
As a what?
It's just a zombie movie. I had a hiccup.
Okay, let's see. So every Resident Evil movie in chronological order.
Well, that starts. Fucking Tokyo Drift happens before.
Yeah.
Fast and the Furious.
Yeah, before Fast. No, Tokyo Drift doesn't happen before Fast
No,
and
it
Furious.
happens before.
Oh, here we
2.
go. All Resident Evil. Okay.
Or
Oh,
4.
No.
all 6 Resident Evil movies ranked from worst to best.
Which one's
They should
worse?
be
Number
fine.
2?
Hold on. So let's.
No,
The worst one should be Too Fast, Too Furious.
What?
The worst one should be Too Fast, Too Furious. The one with
For
Ludacris.
Resident Evil?
Oh, I thought we were talking about Fast
No.
and Furious. My bad. All the Resident Evils?
Furious was okay.
Yeah,
So-
okay compared to all the other ones, though.
Okay, the worst one had to be the fucking one where they jumped a fucking car out of a building with a
Well,
parachute.
I mean, Ronda Rousey and Michelle Rodriguez
dude,
fight, though.
beating the
Come on.
shit out of each
Yes,
other?
That was worth it in
That
itself.
fight was. Yes.
And then there's Hobbs and Shaw.
Yeah, see, no, when they did
Yeah.
the spin-offs for that, I was like, I'm done with this.
Yeah.
After Han's chick died, I was like, I can't watch this anymore.
Oh, fuck, what is her name?
Oh, gorgeous, though.
Because she's the one that plays Wonder Woman. Gilgamesh. No, Gal Gadot.
Yeah.
That's her name.
Sounds
like
like a type of
Gilgamesh.
material.
Yeah.
That's 100% Gilgamesh right there.
But no, and then like at the end of one of the freaking Fast and the Furious, don't you see Han walking out with a thing of popcorn and he's popping a bag,
Yeah.
a piece in his mouth, and it's like,
Yeah.
oh, he wasn't dead after all.
Yeah.
Wait,
So,
what?
on this list, the best one was
Tokyo Drift.
Resident Evil.
Oh, it's fine.
Tokyo Drift was not the best one.
I was talking about Resident Evil.
Resident Evil: The Final Chapter in 2017.
So that was the last one of this Resident Evil series.
I think so.
And it was only the best one.
The
'cause
worst
it was
one-
The ending of it.
According to this list, the worst one was Resident Evil Apocalypse,
The third one.
2004.
No, wasn't the third one Extinction or some bullshit?
Yeah, the third one was Extinction, so Apocalypse was the second one, because that was when Nemesis appeared.
Nemesis comes out in the second one.
Yes, Apocalypse.
No, the second one was an Apocalypse.
I don't fucking know. I don't know their actual chronological order here. You have the computer with 2 tabs. Make it work. It was just Resident Evil 2, Resident Evil Apocalypse, Resident Evil Extinction, and Resident Evil the Final Chapter. But either way,
So, Resident Evil 2002, Resident Evil Apocalypse 2004, Extinction 2007,
Okay.
Afterlife 2010, Retribution 2012, The Final Chapter 2016. Why?
they made that many of them.
So which
Yeah.
one was the worst one?
The worst one, I recorded it.
Apocalypse, that's what I said, which was the second one,
Yeah.
which was Nemesis. And
Yeah.
yes, I agree, because they ruined Nemesis.
Yeah, they kind of winged that one. They're like, yeah, this works, right? No.
Hey, should we play the video games before we make this movie?
They have video games?
But I honestly think
That's how that writing
Right.
There's video games?
so. I think that part of the shit that she gets, at least from us, is she's always in movies with really, really bad writing.
And that's what makes me scared of Monster Hunter, because it's written by the
Yeah.
same people
Yes, I
that did Resident Evil.
But on the flip side, there's not a lot of actresses, at least not white actresses, let's be honest here, that's willing to do the stunts that she does.
That's true. That's true. But the same writers are doing Monster Hunter.
Who would be a good female action star there that actually...
And we know we're gonna watch the damn Monster Hunter movie. We have to.
Yeah, I know.
You don't have to.
No, we have
No, we
to.
have to.
We don't want to, but we have to. As fans of the game, we have to see if it pays any homage or respect
won't.
to the game at
It
all.
won't. I don't know, like that's a good question.
Like somebody that you can see actually doing that stuff.
Like the only one off the top of my
Because
head.
I can see Ryan Reynolds doing a bunch of shit, right? Action stuff.
But
But I'm
the-
like, a female action
Well,
star?
okay, like males, there's a ton of male actors that would do shit
Yeah.
like that.
Yeah.
Females, the only one that really comes to mind off the top of my head is the chick that played Trinity.
Oh,
Okay.
from Matrix?
Yeah, because she did all of her stunts.
Yeah, but Kate Beckinsale does most of her stunts too. Is she white?
She's the one in Underworld?
Underworld.
Yeah, right?
Yeah, she does 90%
Ooh,
of her
She's
that's
good.
stunts.
true.
Yeah, she's good.
That's true.
The only thing that she says
But
she won't
she
do
also
stunts
has-
for is diving off of something really high. Because she is absolutely terrified of overheight.
Overheight?
Of being too high.
Overheight?
You heard it here
Like,
first.
she'll
Right.
do every stunt in a movie unless it involves her jumping from like 50
But she also
feet in
has
the air.
pretty
I mean, like in
thick accent.
Underworld, she's jumping off of all the highest things she can.
Right, in the first movie, she jumps off of a fucking skyscraper. Come
3
on
seconds in. Now, was it real? What are you talking
now.
about?
Right?
This guy and
Propaganda.
his movie magic conspiracies.
Blame the Illuminati.
It's like anyone that thinks WWE is real. Ooh. Spoiler, it's fake. It's
These dudes actually get hurt, though.
They do actually get hurt.
Pretty badly at that.
They do
Yeah.
stupid stunts. Like, come on, Jeff Hardy. We all know
Well,
who
they're
he
still
is.
pretty physical athletes, so you gotta
If you,
get that.
if you don't know much about wrestling, you've at least heard of Jeff Hardy before.
Real Hardy Brothers are hard. Those dudes were dope until that fool got really fucked up. There's a few like really bad wrestling injuries.
Wow.
Quite a bit.
Okay.
What'd you look up?
White actresses that do their own stunts.
You looked up white actresses?
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah.
You Googled and flag you for racism?
Right? 10 female action stars who do their own stunts. Kristen Stewart, Chloe Benet, Margot Robbie, Charlize Theron,
Oh, that's true. I can see how they put
Chloe
some shit.
Grace Moritz, Cameron Diaz. Jesus, no.
Or are they basing this on Charlie's Angels?
Right? Scarlett Johansson.
That's
Ah,
not
yeah,
surprising.
ScarJo though. Yeah.
Yeah, and Angelina Jolie.
But ScarJo, yeah, you gotta agree with that. 'Cause,
Oh, yeah. But,
Like Lucy and shit was bad.
yeah. But, and I'm being totally honest here.
Ghost in the Shell.
Ugh,
She did Ghost in the Shell.
I know.
We're talking about
I
it
know.
now.
I know.
Why you gotta bring up old shit?
I know.
Can't we just accept ScarJo for as gorgeous as she is and just leave it at that?
She is. She is, but that's one movie, like, you can tell that she's not an anime fan. Because they were like, yeah, we want you to do this futuristic movie where you're like a robot and stuff. And she's like, oh, okay, yeah, I'll do that. And then, like, afterwards, she probably watched the anime and was like, oh god, what have I done? Like, it was bad. It was so bad.
I'm sorry.
But, like,
You got them all sidetracked now.
yeah, ScarJo, like in all honesty, like, okay, put ScarJo in Resident Evil. She's too pretty for that.
Yeah, I'm all like, no, I can't see it.
Like no bullshit. She's too pretty for that.
Yeah.
It sucks, but it's true. Because movie has shitty writing. she would be like the attention. Like that, she would be the only reason that they go to see it.
Goes to Michelle.
Fuck you. Cameron Diaz.
Yeah, I know. I'm like,
Do we even
what
talk
action
about her?
movies was she in other than Charlie's Angels?
What? Ooh.
And she did that one flip on the wires. That was about it.
Yeah. Where there was like a net just right out of camera range.
Or it was there and was just CG'd out.
Charlize Theron.
I can see that one.
She's just a really good actress too, though.
She is. Like, she's a total badass.
Underrated, dope.
Honestly, I think she's, like, okay, again, fucking Resident Evil. I think she's too hardcore for Resident Evil.
Yeah.
Because other than Michelle Rodriguez, she would have shown up every other actor and actress in that entire movie
I could have
franchise.
seen that, yeah.
She was showing Michelle Rodriguez too.
I don't think so. But I think that Michelle Rodriguez could have brought her A game. Because you can tell that she didn't.
But see, again, did she really have an A game at that point? Because that was one of her first movies.
Just
True, but she turned around a year later and did The Fast and the Furious. So she had her A game, but she's also really, really.
See, I'm trying to think about a lot of stunts that she did in SWAT, Michelle Rodriguez.
Yeah, well, yeah, she was out there in the whole movie.
Yeah, but I'm like, were there a lot of stunts for her? Because I don't remember a lot of stuff with her specifically.
It's a good point. It's a really good point.
But one underrated movie, Hancock. That's
Oh,
such a
Hancock's
good Theron. But it's a very underrated movie. It's Will Smith and her.
See, I liked that movie.
And they're
A lot of people
superhuman.
didn't. A lot of people don't understand what that,
Yeah, they didn't
what his
understand
character
what it
was. Like, this guy's supposed to be a hero. It's like, not really.
Yeah, like an anti-hero,
Yeah.
but he doesn't remember his past.
Right. It's hard to explain stuff like
Yeah.
that to people that don't.
No
No comics.
heroes. Margot
Yeah.
Robbie. Which one is Margot Robbie?
She's Harley Quinn.
Now, she does have to do some stunts and
No, yeah, she did. I think she did all of
yeah,
the
but
stunts in that.
Suicide Squad and all
She
of
did a
that.
bunch of shit in that.
Yeah, but
And then in
yes.
the second one, did you see Birds of Prey?
But even still, she didn't do a lot then. Like there was
Like physical stuff, yeah. No.
yeah, well, there was the one fight scene in the funhouse.
Mm.
But past that, and even in that scene, most of it, like 99% of it, she was on roller skates, which, let's be fair, is impressive in its own right. But
Let's talk
Any
about Heather
person-
Graham on roller skates.
Any person carrying a tray at Sonic can probably do 90%
Oh, yeah.
of that.
Here, tried carrying a tray on roller skates, Bash?
But no,
have you?
Yeah, it's just hard.
I would eat the side of a building or hit the front windshield of someone's car because I wouldn't know what to do with them.
I would almost be willing to see that.
I can't even ice skate.
He's laughing about
Chloe
it.
Benet.
See, I can roller skate, but I can't ice skate for shit. I remember fucking the first time I got on ice.
Oh, dude, I ate shit bad.
Oh yeah.
Like really bad.
See, mine wasn't even that I fell. It's that I hit the ice and I just kept going straight and I couldn't figure out how to turn and I just ran right into the wall. It went over the wall.
I bet Vinny
Go
would
pizza,
pay
pizza.
$500 to see that.
Right, just take a full blast.
I do that.
I don't know who the fuck Chloe Benet is.
Clipping
Like, I have pictures of her up here, but she doesn't look familiar.
I gotta go.
See, I know I'm all like, I tell you, we need a computer over here. You just need to get like a tablet, huh?
How do you
Yeah.
spell her last name?
Just spell out Chloe.
Bennet.
That's
So,
like
let's see.
Bennett.
Yeah. Actress. Valley Girl.
Shield.
5 years apart. Abominable. Marvel. The Heart of Iron, which was terrible. Jason Goes. Blah 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 blah.
Oh yeah, I don't recognize her at all either.
Okay, so she's only done voiceover work.
Yeah, that's what it looks like. I'm like, these are all cartoons.
What stunts has she done? Getting in and out of her fucking limo?
She's in Nashville as Haley and Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.
I don't know. Maybe we have to watch Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.
Kristen Stewart. Angelina Jolie.
Wow.
See, Angelina Jolie back in the day, but not now.
Back in the day. Oh yeah, back
She
in the
did
day.
Tomb
I'm like Tomb Raider
Raider.
and then what? I think
Wanted.
Yeah.
Wanted, but
Wanted.
not a great movie either.
She did Mr. and Mrs. Smith.
Missing
That
That's
was a
true.
good movie. And you know that had to be satisfying and to beat the shit out of Brad Pitt the whole time. Because weren't they going through a divorce during that movie?
No, at that
No, that's
time-
when they hooked up.
Yeah, that
They
was
weren't
the
even-
movie where they
yeah.
hooked up.
Well, it predicted their ending.
What, they beat the shit out of each other and they get back together a few years later?
That's pretty much how it happened.
Yeah, that is pretty much how it happened.
Oh, Chloe Grace Moritz. That's the one that played, what's her fucking Hit Girl or something from Kick-Ass?
Oh,
Oh man, I haven't seen that movie in forever.
Yeah.
she's quite a brat when you see her on screen, but at the same time, it's pretty fascinating that she was only 11 years old when they did Kick-Ass, and she could act like that already.
No.
I don't know who would let an 11-year-old talk the way she did either.
Okay.
Have you
Back
seen Bad
then.
Grandpa?
Well, I know, but back
That
then.
little boy.
Yeah. Kristen Stewart.
I don't understand what other movies besides what?
She did Spider-Man, didn't she?
Kristen Stewart?
No.
No, Twilight, right?
Yeah,
Is that who
she
that
did
is?
Twilight.
She also
Okay.
did, what? The Huntsman movies.
Yeah, the Snow White and Huntsman.
What had happened to Dakota Fanning?
She kind of just stopped after Twilight.
She appeared in
like
the
I
new.
always wanted to see like a second push to really cool.
But she kind of just like left acting, according to what I've read. Because I asked that question the other day for some reason. I saw her in.
No, the reason why she
I saw her
quit.
in a TV show.
Yeah, she has a new TV show on Netflix. She's holding a big old bomb, and it has
Which
like.
one's Dakota Fanning?
She was the one in Push. She was a little
Oh,
psychic.
yeah.
What's
the
that
drawer.
movie with Tom Cruise she played into with the aliens that were attacking? the
Oh
planet?
yeah, War of the Worlds.
Oh, that was such a good movie.
That was
She was
a
the
good
little
movie.
girl in that one.
I think when
was
he kills
such a
that
good
one fool with the shovel,
Yeah.
that shit gets hardcore.
And then she was Queen of the Vampires in Twilight.
Sparkly vampire movie.
She was the head of all the vampire council in Twilight. The ones that said that
I'll take your
Bella
word
had to
for
die.
Right. Let's not go over Twilight again.
Alright, Jennifer Lawrence.
Oh, okay. Hunger
Hunger
Games
Games.
and Mystique.
Mm-hmm. Of
Does,
course.
does she do her own
Sure.
sun stuff? She
Yeah.
was, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I could see that.
But, to be fair, at the time the original Resident Evil came out, she was probably really young.
Well, yeah.
Way too young.
But I'm
Because I
saying
think in the
like,
Hunger Games, like, she was only in, what, like her mid-20s?
Not even.
I thought she was like 18, 19
Was she?
when she did Hunger
how old is she
Games.
now?
She's like 25, 26,
I'm not looking at mine on IMDb.
maybe. I don't know. But I know she was really young when she first started. Because
Jennifer
I was.
Lawrence is 30, and she turned 30 on August 15th.
What?
Yeah, she was born
Yeah.
in the 90s. What? 1990. Yeah, so she was 22 when she did Hunger Games.
She would have been, she would have only been, 11 years old?
Yeah,
for
something like that.
Resident Evil.
I could definitely see her in the reboot, though.
Oh, Passengers. That was a crazy movie, too.
Gal Gadot. I love her, but not Resident Evil. Again, I think she's too pretty.
Yeah, she wouldn't fit Resident Evil.
Who, Jennifer Lawrence?
No,
Gal Gadot.
Oh.
Plus, how old is she? She can't be more than 32, 33, right?
I have no idea.
So if they were to stay true to the story of Resident Evil, like better writing and stuff, who would you recast?
So
Like who would you
we
cast?
were
be?
actually talking about that because they're actually doing a reboot.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's good.
Um,
So who would you cast as?
She was born April 30th, 1985.
she's 35, yeah.
So who would you cast as Alice?
There is no Alice in the Resident Evil series. Sorry,
So
sir.
you're gonna start with Leon.
Huh?
But they
It
don't
starts
start
with
with
Leon.
That's cool.
Leon and Claire.
So who's Claire?
Claire, who they've got playing Claire. I gotta pull up.
So this is already working?
Yeah, they're already doing it. Because I know they have Robbie Amell is playing Chris Redfield. Yeah, and it's supposed to start off at RPD when Leon joins the RPD.
Oh yeah.
Was that the
fucking-
first game?
Yeah.
Yeah, it takes place. The first movie's gonna fuse Resident Evil and Resident Evil 2 together into one movie, 2.5 hour long movie.
That makes
Which,
sense.
if you actually watch the,
Totally doable.
yeah,
Totally doable.
and it's not overkill on it.
I wonder if they're gonna do that like That'd be cool if they kind of did the way the games go, like where you play as like Leon, you play as him, and then eventually you guys meet up.
Well, it's gonna have the stories of Leon Kennedy, Claire Redfield, Chris Redfield, Jill Valentine, and Albert Wesker.
Oh, good. It's not gonna have Ashley. Thank God.
No, she'll probably come out.
She'll come into one of the games because they're gonna follow the characters like they would for the other.
I thought we were talking about the movies.
Yeah, that's what they're gonna do. They're gonna make them equivalent to the game.
Well, Wesley wasn't in the first one, was he?
Yeah, he was in the mansion.
Yeah. What's really cool though
Let's
is
see. But I haven't played that game since.
You never played that game.
if
never
you
played
yeah
Wesker.
yeah
No,
like you see him and you hear him,
But you're
but
right
it's
him?
very very rarely.
No, because Wesker
Oh,
wasn't a
okay.
bad guy yet.
Oh, okay.
He was a bad guy, but you didn't know he
Yeah.
was a bad guy.
Mm.
You didn't find out he was a bad guy until Resident Evil 3.
I said I was probably like 13, 14 when it came out.
What's really cool because
So Hannah John Kamen is going to be playing Jill Valentine. And if you don't know who that is, good for you because I didn't either. But that's her. And she's going to be Jill Valentine.
now okay, this is one of the interesting ones. Tom Hopper playing Wesker.
You know, it'd be perfect.
Yeah. Okay, I want to know how they're going to get Avon Jogia to play Leon.
What would be perfect?
And I'm listening. Go ahead here.
The girl who plays Sydney off of Scary Movie. The dumb bitch. If she played Ashley in Resident Evil,
Oh my god.
that would be
I can't
perfect.
fucking stand her ass.
I don't understand how they're going to get this guy, so someone help me on that because I don't
Believe it or not,
understand.
I can see it. I can actually see it.
Okay, they have to dye his hair blonde. There's just no way out of it. It has to be dirty blonde.
Doable.
Well,
And he would have to grow his hair out.
Yeah.
He's English.
So yeah, that's gonna be Jill. That's gonna be Claire. That's Chris, Leon. Who's the other dude gonna be? Because that's Albert, I believe, right?
Okay, Neil McDonough as William Birkin. I could totally see Neil as Wesker.
That's right. He's gonna be William. No, it makes better sense that he's William Birkin, though, the scientist who created the virus.
Yeah.
Plus, I
But
think he's a little too old to be playing Wesker because Wesker's on late 20s.
depending on what they're going to have him do.
That's true too.
Because for Wesker, like, you need somebody that just exudes fucking evil.
Evil. Oh.
And Neil McDonough was really good at that.
I don't know. Tom Hopper was pretty evil in the few scenes I've ever seen of the Umbrella Academy.
That's true.
That's shutting my hole.
That's true. Yeah, he actually pulled that off really well.
Yeah.
Yeah, good call.
But
That's
don't-
Netflix, right?
yeah, keep in mind William
Mhm.
Birkin is evil too. He's doing it because he wants to do it, not because he's being
Yeah, no,
forced to.
yeah, but you know what I mean.
Yeah.
He's evil, like, and you can tell, like, he's evil, but most of it is just talking to him.
I'm gonna be curious who they get to play his daughter, William's daughter.
Yeah, it's not it's supposed to be Wesker.
What's her name? I don't remember her name, but she's in Resident Evil 6 as a teenager. But Leon rescues her in Resident Evil 1. You save her. Her name's Birkin, but I don't remember her first name.
That's true.
Because whoever they cast as her is going to have to be spot on to stick through to Resident Evil 6. If they make it that long.
Okay, what do you think about Lily Gao playing as Ada Wong?
Racist name.
So that was one of my
I was
biggest...
like, Rick and Morty.
So Claire and Jill are very important characters to the story.
So
but
is Ada.
Not as important as Ada.
I was gonna say, because
Ada is the story. Like,
I wouldn't go that far.
she is in
Okay,
every game.
okay. Chris and Leon are definitely characters in a story. Like, and that's exactly how they play out.
Yeah.
They have this world, they're in it, and you watch them go through this world.
Yeah, and Jill and Claire change. Like, then you get Sheva, and you get, what's her name from RE6.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so Wong.
Yeah.
But Ada is the one
She's the one, like,
consistent
behind
female
the scenes.
character.
Yeah, she's the one behind the scenes like kind of moving everything along.
And helping them when they get stuck in a position from a distance, yeah. So, her and her goddamn crossbow. That crossbow comes out, and you see an arrow go flying by, and you're like, oh, thanks, Ada! And you just
Yeah,
keep running
honestly,
forward.
the fight scene between her and her and Madam President in one of the CG movies, one of the best fucking fight scenes I've ever seen. Like, it was so good.
So the casting of Ada is going to be very important. And it's very important that these writers and directors keep her as the in the shadows character,
Yeah.
playing from afar, not involved with everything. Right
I mean,
away.
she comes out in the story, but it's
Yeah.
not for very big pieces.
Right, and the only game that she actually makes a huge appearance in is Resident Evil 6. And she is a part of all 3 storylines, and when you play her storyline after you beat the other 3, you play her, she does her own thing plus helping them. So she has her whole own boss fight. All the other 3 storylines in Resident Evil 6 meet up at one boss. Hers, she has her own boss and then meets up with them and fights another boss. She plays like an entire part of that. Because you find out she has a clone. They cloned her. Umbrella cloned her because she was such the perfect soldier. They made a second version of her, and she's the one who did the second Ada Wong is the one who did Raccoon City, who did Las Plagas, everything. She created all of them and released them.
Very, very interesting.
I'm hoping the people that are writing this and creating it actually have played through all the games.
Okay, that's what I was going to ask. Because I know that both of y'all are like diehard Resident Evil fans.
Good series. 7 was a little wonky.
I'm wondering, especially since the first movie is going to have, Game 1 and Game 2, if they're going to involve something from the Wesker Files.
Probably.
Because, it was a non-existent thing. And the only reason I even know about it was because I've got a buddy who is just a diehard Resident Evil fan. He's played all of them. He's got 100% completion on all of them. And when Resident Evil 1 came out, he played it and beat it. And then they brought out 2. And then right before they brought out 3, they announced that they were going to release the Wesker Files. And it was a DVD. And he bought it. As soon as he found the announcement, boom, bought it. So we sit there and watch it, and it's Wesker basically on like an audio diary. And it has clips from the games, and it's everything he did behind the scenes that the players never knew about.
Yeah.
That laid the groundwork for all the games. And most of it, you had no idea what the fuck he was talking about until Resident Evil 3 came out, and then 4 and 5 and all the little ones. And I remember thinking back, watching people play those, and it's holy shit, he talked about that. All this shit was planned out for the dev team.
Yeah, the dev team went into great detail. It's they're going, the writers and directors, the producers, the studio are going to have to include Code Veronica. You have to.
That's the one Resident Evil game that I played, and I beat the fuck up. I love that game.
You have to include it, though, because it's so important.
Mm-hmm.
Because if you don't know what Code Veronica
if they do this right, man, it could be
a
damn good franchise.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Because you could have all those as their independent movies.
Yeah, easily. But Code Veronica, that was a huge game. That's a movie in and of itself. As long as they have
picturing after credit scenes already.
Yeah, as long as they have the fucking the helicopter gun scene.
Yeah.
That was the best fucking part of that.
Because it's Resident Evil Nemesis is Claire.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, because it's Claire and Leon, right?
Yeah.
So you are going to have to. Now the question is, are they going to do Resident Evil 3 Nemesis or the remastered version of Resident Evil 3? Because they changed the story up a lot.
If they stay true to it, I would hope Nemesis.
I think they would have to go with the remastered.
You think so?
Yeah. Well, I mean, to fully get all the story, to get the full scope of it?
Yeah, because Nemesis was great. But back then, there was only so much you could do to expand on the story. Hence,
That's true.
The Wesker Files, because it gave you more details about Resident Evil 3 coming up.
That's true.
In the Resident Evil 3 Remastered Edition, you don't have that, but it gives you the entire background. How Nemesis was created, why he was created, how many Nemesis had been created before him, hence the guy that shows up in Resident Evil 1 was part of the Nemesis project.
Well, and you also
Right.
have to remember that when those games came out, the first one was on PS1. I think the second one was on PS1.
and third one was on PS1.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
those games those discs had very limited capacity.
Yeah.
And then by the time the remake came out, I mean, that's a whole new capacity size. You know, so they could add so much more to it. So, I mean, yeah.
That's what I'm saying. With all that they've already done with just the video games, and then like with the limited technology that they had back then, the way that they do this first one, they could have story arc going on for like a decade.
Mm-hmm.
They
Yeah.
could do MCU for this. Like,
Oh, yeah. But it's all going to come down to laying the proper groundwork.
right? Yeah, that's what they have to do.
Yeah, because you're gonna have to start off
Because I mean,
correctly.
if they do it, man, we would be waiting for it to come out.
Oh, yeah.
Because if they're gonna do it right, they're gonna have to do RPD and stars, and they're gonna have to do the background for stars and where stars came from.
See,
yeah, they could kind of gloss over that.
you see, that's what I was going to say, because hopefully they'll do just that. Hopefully they'll just gloss over them. Like, give
Yeah.
enough...
Not like an in-depth thing.
You don't
Yeah,
have
like-
to do an
like
in-depth
give-
thing, but
give
you have
enough
to give
detail-
knowledge of
yeah,
stars.
give enough detail where, okay, this is this. Give enough detail, okay, you
Yeah,
know
I
what this
agree.
one is. Because if they get greedy, well, here comes the fucking TV spin-offs.
Yeah, that's
Yeah, and
the
I'm
way
worried
Star
about
Wars
that.
is going.
You know,
I'm
so-
worried about that because then you have stars, you have BSAA.
See, but I think it would take them a while to even get to the point of thinking of selling out that hard.
I don't know. Honestly.
But if they do this right, you're right. They can have an entire franchise for them.
Mm-hmm.
Because number one is, yeah, it's Leon, it's Chris, it's Jill, it's Claire. But number two is just Claire and Leon. And then number three is just Claire, right? Or
I
is-
never played
I
three.
swear, I think
I skipped 3
is
and
Jill.
4.
I think it's Jill and Nemesis.
It might be.
Or it might be Jill and Leon.
Okay, so then here's one. Aside from writing, you know, like just assuming that the writers are taking like direct interpretation from the games themselves and putting them on the silver screen, what else do you guys think would make or break this movie?
Real quick, Resident Evil 3 is Jill and Carlos.
Oh, I forgot about Carlos.
I did too because he doesn't make it out of 3.
Yeah.
Spoiler alert.
Right?
For anybody back in the 2000.
Yeah,
the
but
early
yeah,
2000s.
Nemesis was Jill because it's Leon, Claire, Jill, Chris in the first one.
Mhm.
The second one is just Leon and Claire. Third one is Jill and Carlos. Fourth one is Leon and whiny bitch. And then 5
Which one's
is
whiny bitch?
Ashley, the little
Oh,
kid.
yeah,
the
see, I
president's
didn't play
daughter.
those ones. I'm glad I skipped those now.
And then 5 is Chris and Sheva.
Yeah, shut up.
And then Wesker, of course.
Yeah.
Where you finally get rid of Wesker. And then 6 is Leon, Helena. And
You
then
had the high
it's-
ground at the end of that one,
Right.
too. At RE5, that's how you beat Wesker.
Yeah.
You're on the volcano world. You get the high ground on that bitch, too.
And then 6 you have Leon, Helena. Then you have Chris, and I can never remember his partner's name, but his partner's a badass. Towards the end, at the beginning, his partner's a crybaby. And then you have Birkin and Wesker's son is the third story, and then you have Ada's story. And then Resident Evil 7 is another guy we don't know, and then Redfield shows up. Chris Redfield, but he's a younger version of himself. But this
Yeah, and
Resident
then-
Evil 7 is supposed to take place after Resident Evil 6.
Man, see,
But
how
he's
do
a
you
lot
do
younger.
that?
He's about 20 years younger at the end of Resident Evil 7.
Interesting.
And that's all they leave you with at the end of Resident Evil 7.
Well, and then the trailer for the newest one, The Village, which is him older.
Yeah.
So,
We gotta figure. They never announced where 7 was supposed to be. They just kept saying, no, it takes place after 6. That's why we called it 7.
yeah.
And it's like, okay, but you introduced Chris Redfield. He's 20 years younger in that game.
Yeah.
Or it's a clone.
That's what I was
True.
thinking too, because they cloned Ada in 6. So
So again, like, assuming that the writers are taking, like, strict direction from the games, what one thing in your opinion could make or break this?
So why made the acting for sure? But I think as long as as long as they're not like hacks like the actors, then like even a halfway decent actor with that storyline, this should be okay. The story itself should save it.
I think it's gonna also be how they play off Wesker. Because you don't find out Wesker's a bad guy until 2.
See, what I'm thinking the really is gonna fuck it up is like their budget.
Yeah, that too.
Like
See,
if they can do the CGI properly and they can make
Yeah.
the monsters, the creatures, that all look realistic, like
Yeah.
good.
Like the lickers and
Okay,
the dogs.
cool.
and
But the
all
way
them.
that they were in the first ones, like
Yeah.
it was just bad.
See, for me, I think it's going to come down to the cinematography.
Yeah.
Like the right angles for the right shots.
Yeah.
You know, the right angles for the action shots. Like, because if it's anything like the first ones, I mean, everything was just so
And
boring.
they also need to make sure they don't action pack the entire movie.
Yeah,
where it's just
that's
constant
overly
fighting.
action.
Yeah.
Because most of the game is, yeah, you have occasional fights that you have to do.
But that's what gets
But-
you, like those jumps, like
Yeah.
where it's
Mhm.
been slow for like the last hour and a half. We found that key finally. Let's go back. Oh shit,
Yeah.
we're getting mobbed.
I would like to see them add, because I did play through the first one, but I would love to see them add like some of the puzzles.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like if
The
they're done
puzzles for the
right,
mansion.
yeah. Like the
Like the way they did it in like 13 Ghosts. Like,
yeah.
The whole house shit and shit.
Yeah.
Like stuff like that is what they would have to do.
Well,
for
and
that.
that's how the first one was.
Yeah, because the mansion moved all the time.
Yeah.
Blocks changed and puzzles changed.
Yeah, but the
But
puzzles
it
in the
can't-
first one were like, oh, all I have to do is move that bookshelf. And it's like, you can't do that in a movie.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
they can't do a full on, like, the whole movie action packed because sticking to Resident Evil lore, how often did you have ammo in the first 3 games?
And it's fair.
Like, even on the easiest difficulty, you maybe got 20 shots per chapter in your pistol, and you
Yeah.
See,
had
they're not
to
gonna,
make them
they're not
count.
gonna do all that either.
Yeah,
though.
they're not gonna do that. But
They're gonna find random
yeah,
things
but
every
if
5 minutes.
if they do the right jump scares, like when the dogs break through the window,
Yeah.
that or like if I mean the puzzles they're definitely gonna have to pick and choose because some of them make more sense
And-
movie wise than they do in the game.
And the other thing is, do they base off of the first original game, or do they base off of the remastered?
Well, the remastered was literally the exact same
Except you
game.
had big old giant gray boy chasing you around everywhere.
That was only on expert mode.
Okay,
If you played the regular story, he wasn't there.
that's true.
I think we need to get all these
We have the first one. I have the remastered for the first one.
for the PlayStation.
Mm-hmm.
I don't have any of them yet. I want the others, but I don't have them yet.
Yeah.
I know that. I know what I'm playing tonight.
It's like I have 4, 5, and 6.
And it's not a very big download either, so.
Now I've watched people play the first, second, and third, and the third one. I would love to play the third one, but the second one is where most of the fun's at because it constantly keeps changing you between Leon and Claire.
Mm-hmm.
Like you have a specific amount of time to do something as Leon, and it warps you over to Claire. And if you left Leon in a spot to get killed,
Yeah.
guess who dies? It made you think like 20 steps ahead. Like, okay, I can go do 2 puzzles, and then I gotta get back to my safe room, or it's gonna switch me to Claire. I'm gonna be standing in the middle of the street.
Yeah, that's what made that game good.
And that's how they redid. They did the remastered one too.
Mhm.
Now, granted, you don't have to play it that way. You can choose to just play as Leon first, beat
Yeah.
his whole thing, and then play as Claire.
Yeah, I remember that. I had the 2 discs and shit.
Yeah.
Well, I say we end it there.
I do too.
I still go play Resident Evil.
Alright, guys. Well, thank you all for joining
We have
us.
to do a sports show.
Yeah,
after
I'll do
this.
that.
We will. At least me. I'll probably stream in a little while.
I'm kind of feeling a stream after we do our recording
Yeah, I think
talk show.
we could a short one kind of today too.
An
Yeah.
hour and a half.
No, I think
We're
this
talking
week
about the
should.
sports talk show.
Yeah,
so
this
we
week
gotta do
should.
that after this.
That was gonna be less than an hour for sure.
Yeah, it's not
Yeah,
gonna
we'll
be very long.
But guys, until next time, I'm Iron Business 1.
Probably.
Got it, Bash.
Make sure you check out every video on our. I mean, you have to check out all the channels, all the different playlists that we have set up. This guy's in like half of them, so hopefully you like him. But like, subscribe. It's
Yeah.
really no damn me.
And please, guys, like, if you are supporters of our channel and say you're going to bed, just flip on our all-day stream of Bless Unleashed. It just gives us the watch time. it doesn't hurt you any. If you don't have to sit there for 11.5 hours, just do it before you go to bed. Watch.
Yeah.
That way you get sick. If you're a person that gets 6 hours of sleep, a normal human, then 6 to 8 hours of sleep, then at least you helped us with the watch time.
I don't know what that is.
We want to break the 4,000 hour mark because it resets in January.
Yep. But guys, as always, take care of each other, help each other, love one another. For God's sake, please wear your mask out there.
We had another 2,000 cases come in today.
And 3,000 or 3,100 yesterday.
Yep. So, you know.
USA's #1 in something.
Yeah.
Yay!
But guys, be good humans.